Good morning, everybody. My name is Aaron Swarden, and I'm the Collision Center and Body Shop Consultant at Fixed Performance. Rob had asked me to come on today to do the call with you guys. The newsletter that was sent out this week had the subject line, Getting Paid for More OEM Parts in the Body Shop. What many of you are probably asking yourselves is, how do we accomplish that? How do you get paid full price for more OEM parts? In any collision center or body shop, parts identification and parts procurement, parts delays, parts accuracy, parts fitment are always the single largest group of challenges that are faced. Having the right part for your technician or having the right OEM part for your technician in a timely fashion makes a huge difference in cycle time, CSI scores, your reputation as a business. Reputation is kind of linked to the third C if we have CSI and cycle time as the first two C's, and that's closure ratio. If you have a bad reputation because you use bad parts, that affects your closing ratio in the future. But in a dealership, getting paid for more OEM parts also affects the bottom line of the dealership. The easiest way to get paid for more OEM parts in your body shops is simply just to ask to be paid for them. The old sales tactic that if you don't ask, the answer is definitely going to be no. Like the newsletter said, a side-by-side comparison of most aftermarket parts to the OEM part will reveal differences in the part that justify utilization of the OEM part. In addition to that comparison, though, there's process and procedure documents that are available to every one of you through your OEM service portals or through third-party software vendors like AllData that provide verbiage that can be utilized to create a strong case against why you shouldn't be using aftermarket or imitation parts. When you consider the usage of used or reconditioned parts, again, the OEM information on the processes and procedures is very useful. The key to beating using used and LKQ or reconditioned parts is actually making sure that your estimating staff understands the estimating system P pages. In 90% of all circumstances where we select a used or reconditioned part in our body shop, if we add all the necessary labor operations required to utilize that part, the repair bill grows to a point that the used part becomes not cost effective. When you consider the instance of weld-on used parts or things like reconditioned wheels, those things are an absolute no-no. Because from absolutely every angle, you have to fall back on the liability that your shop has to complete a good and proper repair. Weld-on parts today are complex and either made of specialty metals or attached to specialty metals that the OEM has a specific procedure that you must follow in order to complete a good repair. Fixed Performance and myself can come in and train your estimators and train your parts staff to find and solve these challenges in your business. In addition, many of you convert used and aftermarket parts through price match programs. These are a great solution, but price matching seems to always be one of our first options that we jump to. And that option needs to be carefully considered. In your captive brands, there's usually a back-end rebate or incentive for converting aftermarket and used parts to OEM parts. There may be additional rebates or earnbacks for being an OEM certified collision repair center that would help you with converting these parts. We can conduct a review of your body shop and determine feasibility of these programs and make sure that you're capitalizing from a profitability standpoint on every single one of the opportunities that's out there. Another consideration to be made in this argument is that your garage keeper's insurance policy may not cover you in the event that a used or aftermarket part is the subject or cause for a liability claim. This is huge, and proof that aftermarket crash parts affect airbag timing and safety, and used and reconditioned parts like wheels are something that absolutely has to be considered. If the wheels are not permanently marked with a manufacturer's name and the business name, place of reconditioning, etc., I would say that you need to consider not using those because you'll be forced to accept the liability in the shop in the future if that wheel fails. Learning how to win this challenge of converting these parts is all about training of your people. You got to have standard operating procedures in place and have quality control measures that won't accept poor fit and will lead to the conversion of most of these parts over to OEMs. Okay, I hope everyone has a great day. Hope everyone has a great week and a great month in your businesses. Thank you, and if you need anything, contact us.